So let me go ahead and tell you something that I did a long time ago and that I recommend that anyone who's looking into comic book collecting or video game collecting or really any kind of collecting, what I recommend you guys do. Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Taylor Campbell and welcome back to Comic Crash, my little show on the internet where we talk about comic books and stuff. And today the stuff that we're talking about is we're going through another update ahead of Las Vegas Comic Con because we're getting really close. Alright, now if you remember when last we left the board, we were at $57. I guess you don't have to remember, you can just see it right there. But a lot of stuff happened this week. We sold a ton of stuff. I found this old textbook I was sitting on. I was able to get rid of that. Found an adaptation of Disney's Atlantis, and that sold for $17. That was a pretty big deal. And then Return of the Jedi said I had all 4 issues, and that went pretty quick. And a while ago, I did buy Abe's Odyssey for the PlayStation 1. In total, an extra $54. We practically doubled what we have here, which means we also hit the original goal, which was to get into triple digits. Oh, I'm excited. I'm going to put this up on the board. This is going to be fun. Whoa! Oh, that feels good. Now, if you remember, I brought up that Amazing Las Vegas Comic Con is taking place on September 16th through 18th are the dates. So we're getting really close. We're only 2 weeks away. Now, of course, the goal of the challenge was to get basically a free trip, a free shopping spree while we are there. So we've been reselling comic books. We've been going out into the world and finding new comic books to post online and to resell. And we've also been going through my personal collection over here and seeing like how much can you really make just through comic book selling within a month. Now in the last video when we were going over the update, I brought up that I found this Batman comic and it was just really cool. Batman 457. What makes this comic so special is this is the first appearance of Tim Drake's Robin as the official Robin. And I was kind of on the fence as to whether or not to get rid of it or to keep it. Now, I was actually suggested that I go ahead and keep it because the question was asked, what am I going to find at Comic-Con that would be cooler? So let me go ahead and tell you something that I did a long time ago and that I recommend that anyone who's looking into comic book collecting or video game collecting or really any kind of collecting, what I recommend you guys do. Because once upon a time, I hopped on my phone, we're just right here, and I hopped into the notes section and I started working on something that I called the hit list. Now see, the hit list is basically all of the things that I would like to have in my collection that are important to me. Now you see, a big reason why I did this is because I had a really bad habit of just collecting stuff for the sake of having stuff. It's not good. I think right there is the difference between collecting and hoarding. Hoarding is when you just grab things willy-nilly without really any rhyme or reason to it, and then collecting I think has purpose behind it. So I wanted to make this list so that I would make sure I always built my collection around something that I would care about. And you know what, it's totally fine to be open to window shopping. I leave it open for window shopping. Like if I find something cool, that's fine. But the purpose of this was to focus my attention on what I know I will enjoy versus just having stuff. Which was kind of the whole purpose behind this challenge, right? Like, I noticed that I had a bunch of stuff I didn't need, and I realized I had an opportunity to go someplace where the stuff I wanted was gathered all in one place. So that's kind of what this is all about. It's about upgrading my collecting and my collecting habits from something that is just willy-nilly all over the place, no purpose, no rhyme or reason, to something that actually matters to me. Now, the reason why I wanted to make sure I had this money for a Comic-Con is that an awful lot of the items on my hit list are items I have not been able to find on my own anywhere outside of, internet shopping for years. I've been looking for some of this stuff for a very long time. And at a Comic-Con, I have the best chance of finding these and looking for it. So right now, Comic-Con actually has like the priority above, if I find something cool out in the open right now, I gotta think about like the events and where I can find them most like stuff I've been looking for in my collection, like where would be the best place to find it. Right now it's Comic-Con. Now this list here, I tried to keep it pretty well organized. I have Blu-ray movies to get. Some of these movies, it's surprising I don't have them on Blu-ray. Like, it's surprising I don't have Toy Story 2 on Blu-ray. I have the other ones. A lot of these are upgrades for stuff I already have. We also have video game stuff. The comic book wish list, of course. This is some of the stuff, like, I've had a hard time trying to find these anywhere. DC Elseworlds, not so much. But, like, I split it by character, and I've split it by publisher. It's just a handful of things that I know I want to try and find at some point. And frankly, a lot of this stuff is impossible to find. I've been looking for these Disney comic hits for years. Like, these very specific issues, I just could not find them anywhere. That's kind of the reason why we're putting so much effort into this challenge here, is because my best chance of finding an awful lot of this stuff and finding it at a good, reasonable price is going to be at a Comic-Con. But I just kind of wanted to give you a quick update and kind of a quick tip here. If you're interested in collecting stuff, I brought this up in the How to Collect Comics video that I'll go ahead and post up here. You gotta have a goal. And that's the goal that I have set for myself. And I gotta remember that that is kind of paramount. Like, finding that kind of stuff is paramount and important, and it's like the number one goal. And thankfully, the stuff that I like to collect isn't terribly expensive. So, you know, after this amazing development that happened on the board over here this week, we might be good. We might be able to get most of this stuff here, and I'm pretty excited about that. So make sure you stick around, because for the next 2 weeks, I suppose, 2 weeks and then a recap, we're going to go ahead and just continue going. I'm going to take you through the Comic-Con with me, and we're going to explore that, and it's going to be great, and maybe I'll even see you there personally. If you do end up going to Amazing Las Vegas Comic-Con, keep an eye out for me. It'll be fun to meet you guys and to talk and to chat. It'll be great. In the meantime, you know, I'll keep doing what I'm doing. I'll keep making videos for you guys. I'll keep working, and yeah, this will be a fun time. I'm very, very excited for this. This convention is going to be so much fun, and I'm very excited to take you guys along with me and to go check it out. So hey, until next time, thank you for joining me. Have a great day. Remember to always be your best self.